Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Brandon Newman. Brandon Newman, CEO of Xevant, has a dynamic 25-year career as a business leader and innovator, spearheading several businesses in the healthcare space with emphasis on growth, revenue, and sales performance. He has run multiple high-growth environments, including startups, turnarounds, and $1 billion plus global businesses. As a serial entrepreneur, he has a proven record of founding new businesses and advancing them through growth and acquisition, merger or roll-up, including ScriptPoint, Viridian, and Aviara MD, all of these in the healthcare industry. But it's his current venture, Xevant, that is game-changing for the pharmacy benefits industry. Well, good afternoon, Brandon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Brian. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Appreciate you jumping on, Brandon. And again, this is the best part of my day, is getting on with and meeting somebody new, essentially, right? And having a virtual meeting, but in the form of a podcast. But the nuggets that come out of these podcasts get shared with the world across 30 different podcast platforms. So that's what excites me. You've got some great nuggets to share for us. So let's jump right into these questions. Brandon, let's talk about your career. You've got a great one in healthcare. I was in healthcare on the technology side as well. I love the healthcare space. You were a senior executive, serial entrepreneur, and now you're the co-founder and CEO of Xevant. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
People inspire me every day. I think it's people that make the world move around. If what you do on a daily basis doesn't interact with and inspire and lift others, then end result really isn't the defined definition of success. I found that success usually comes when you roll up your sleeves, lock arms, and get on a train with somebody else or a team of people and just be real. Making things up and, trying to be someone you're not is definitely far from the definition of success. A lot of people like to say, hey, I'm a CEO or I want to be a CEO. At the end of the day, it's the journey that matters. And I've had plenty of successes and exits. And, every time you look at that bank account after an exit, it's the least satisfying thing that anybody that has been through it, that anyone could see it. It's the journey. And as soon as that journey is over, that's the part that you kind of look back and go, wow, I kind of missed that. So I would say, commit to the journey, not the destination. When you do, the journey, when you focus on the journey, you're focusing on experiences, you're focusing on change, you're focusing on disruption. You're locking arms with others. You're creating building blocks for future success and future journeys. But I stay focused on the day-to-day journey.
I love that. And you share a lot of the same sentiments that other guests on the show have had. And it really is about that journey. When you're making progress, you're growing, you're fulfilled, right? So that's awesome. So switching gears, this pandemic, this lockdown, right? Did this contribute or hinder to your success? And what are your plans for growth going forward?
As a whole, the pandemic contributed towards success within the healthcare system itself. We saw it as a great equalizer and a collaborator. If you look at healthcare and what happened in hospitals, nurses, your heart goes out to the many men and women who serve to deal with a very difficult pandemic, something that in generations we'll never see. On the flip side, up until that point in time, we had a lot of matrixed, complex players, stakeholders, from everyone from providers like the nurses and doctors to the payers, those that have to pay for it, the insurance companies, the employers who end up paying for the cost of healthcare. They were not aligned. And so what we found is when we bring them together, magic happens. And, I would say that amongst many other peers, that the response to COVID as a whole, together as we roll up our sleeves and work together as a market and an industry, together with alignment, magic happens. We saw some miracles happen. We saw, a vaccine come to market in rapid pace, of which, I'm proud to announce and or at least state that I was a part of the solution, not necessarily the vaccine, but helping to get the issues and find the problems and find the source of where some of the changes and difficulties we're dealing with. And so For us, it was about, ground zero, feeling like we're at the place of a bombing where all of a sudden we're sitting there looking around at the carnage saying, okay, what are we going to do about it? And it wasn't something that we did. It was all of us. It was just natural. All of us said, okay, we can do this and you can do that. Let's work arm in arm to get there. And we got done with it. And we said, hey, let's keep doing it rather than change back to the way that we were doing things all along, unaligned or disaligned. We continue to stay aligned. So we're doing things that we've never done before in alignment. We're using data at a rapid pace now to be able to take in, healthcare information, healthcare claims, analyze that in the moment so that we can look at what happened, look at what's going on right now. And candidly, the things that happen with a pandemic are going to be with us for decades. What can we do to ensure the greatest amount of success given the expense and cost of life and of resources and of time due to the pandemic?
Thank you for sharing. And you're right. Having that healthcare perspective, being there and being part of that journey at ground zero is a big darn deal. So thank you for sharing your part in this as well, Brandon. So switching gear, Brandon, this is a technology platform. So we focus on that a little bit. So you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack. Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
I mean, technology, emerging technology, I hate to sort of dumb this down, but in a market that often is very advanced in healthcare, in the same sense, there's a lot of things that are still happening that are in their infancy. So thinking about advancement in healthcare analytics, sometimes feels like for a lot of markets, well, that seems like that's not really advanced. So we look at big data as an evolution. First is just getting the data. That's hard. That's difficult. Not a lot of people have succeeded at getting data aggregated at the levels that we need to. But moving towards, just doing automated analytics, that alone, some markets in the payer sector haven't even mastered automated analytics. They're still running reports. They're analyzing these reports. And so our initial go-to-market was let's automate the analytics, and that has disrupted a marketplace. But now we start moving away from automation of data and automation of analytics into predictiveness, into machine learning, and starting to leverage the technologies that we've had available for many years to now put it into automated predictive data analytics associated with healthcare so that we can start predicting what's going to happen. So we are leveraging that in terms of real, what's groundbreaking technology. There's new languages, there's new tools, new platforms that we do leverage, but it's just odd that we keep coming back to some of the things that people have solved many, many years ago, or maybe not many, but a number of years ago, where we're just now implementing that into a very, very mature market, but not a very immature evolution of how they use data analytics.
Thank you for sharing. And you're absolutely right. I think that's right now we have just a ton of data or a ton of information, and we need to sort through that. And I think that's a big part of the healthcare space that we need to continue to evolve and progress so we can really get down and fix the things that are most important, which is patient safety, patients' lives. And Brandon, last question, could you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in entrepreneurship?
I mean, I got a lot. I mean, at the end of the day, I get the question frequently, hey, I want to be a CEO. I want your job. How do I get it? And I chuckle, I stop, I think back, and I say, well, if you want my job, have it. But at the end of the day, if you took my job, and not to be, brash with the statement, you might not succeed. And not because, I'm special, because I climbed every rung of that very well-worn ladder. And so, success is not you pick it, you decide I'm going to be CEO or I'm going to be a successful entrepreneur today. You have to know the parts of the business that you manage. In the case of a CEO, that is, you need to live, breathe, bleed each one of those areas. If that's, if that's legal, if that's operations, if that's analytics, or it's, software development, you need to know those spaces in order to manage it. And so best, suggestion I would ever make is start at the bottom and work your way up, and wherever you're at, learn, truly grind it out, truly become an expert in what you do. The other thing I would say, and I'm a big believer in this. Michael Jordan was a big believer of this, and he made it his mantra of fail and fail quickly. I fail so much that I have to succeed. I was a young kid growing up as watching him as a hero, and I heard him say this, and it realized to me that if all my failures that I had at a 14-year-old kid, when I heard this, maybe I am going to be successful. But if you're going to fail quickly. Seek those failures so you can get them processed, that you can realize what works and what doesn't work, and then move on. But don't dwell on a failure. Is a failure. It's a stepping stone towards success. So fail early, fail often, so that success is the only viable option.
I love that. And again, it is about persistence. It is about rolling up the sleeves, right? And I do appreciate your share on that. And I think a lot of people, especially younger folks in their career, need to hear this a little bit more. So thank you. And Brandon, I just want to let you know it's a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Hey, appreciate your time. Look forward to hearing more from you.
Bye for now.